Welcome to episode 326 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton alongside the Dark Zone Dan Reamer.
The Dark Zone. I like it. I like that. I can work with that. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. We are producerless this morning.
We are. Gerald bailed.
Gerald's on assignment.
He's on assignment? Is that what that is?
I don't know. It sounds fancy. I think he's actually out of town on vacation.
I thought he informed us he wasn't going to be here.
Yeah. But I like on assignment, though. It sounds like we are more official. It sounds like he's on business duty.
Yeah, he is. I don't know where he went.
I think he went to visit a family friend. Maybe family. Turns out we don't know.
He told us, because he told us he wasn't going to be here a few weeks back. And I think he told us why, but I can't remember for my life what the why is.
He did tell us why. I've got a little confirmation here.
The only confirmation I remember is
he's going to Louisville.
I knew that.
Former home of Google Fiber.
Why? Former home, yes. Yes. First they destroyed all the streets and then they bailed.
He's doing a haunted tour of Waverly Hills Sanitarium.
That's right. I do remember that now.
Which has already been done at this point. So we're not giving away his location. It's already happened.
Right. It's not a spoiler.
But it reminds me of when he sent that, all I could think was Until Dawn. Even though I know it won't be like that, that's all I could think.
Yeah.
I'm not a haunted tour. I'm not a ghost tour. I'm not that kind of guy.
Me either. I'm a whatever I can do. If my house is haunted, then it's fine. But I'm not going anywhere for it.
Yeah. If I could see a ghost in the living room, I might entertain that.
Exactly. I'm cool with that.
But if I had to go somewhere, I'm not. It seems like a lot of work for no payoff, you know?
Yeah, I don't get the obsession with, like, haunted. I mean...
Let's say you go and you see a ghost, then what?
Yeah, I mean, okay, you saw a ghost.
Then you're just that person that's like, I've actually seen a ghost, and you're like, yeah, okay. And you're like, no, for real. And you're like, yeah, I hear you.
All right. Yes. And you saw it on a haunted tour. Yeah.
Right.
That's
you paid $25 to see it? Oh, okay. Everyone else saw it too? Okay. I bet they did. You know, that's the problem. Even if it happens, you're not going to get anywhere.
I mean, it's different if you're like out on a hike in the woods and you see Bigfoot or Wendigo. Because then you're like, it doesn't matter. But when you pay to go on a haunted tour and then say, oh, I saw a ghost, everybody's like, no shit. That's how spending money works.
But if I went to the hills and I saw Bigfoot, I would be like, shit, nobody's going to believe me.
I would too, but I'm okay with it because I saw it.
And you come back, you're like, I saw a Bigfoot, and everybody's like, oh, did you? Did he look like a monkey walking upright? And you're like, kinda, and he's like, oh, cool.
Was he like 8 foot tall?
Right, yeah. Did he have big feet? Was he eating jerky? You know, all those things. And then you're that person.
Yeah. Like the alien people.
Yep. I'm a little phlegmy this morning. It's worth noting. I'll have to clear my throat some. I could take those out in the edit process. Probably won't. Probably leave them in there for you guys.
Sounds good to me.
Who doesn't like a good throat clear? I'll lean back a little bit like the chocolate rain guy when he breathes in.
When you're constantly clearing your throat like that, it kind of gives like an air of like elegance, I think.
Yeah.
Because, like old British guys do it in old Victorian times. Like,
yeah, I don't know if they were phlegmy. That's my problem.
They might have been. You don't know.
Yeah, you just don't. You weren't around back then.
I'm sure that's all played down for public consumption, but I'm sure they were phlegmy. I mean, the air back then, Industrial Revolution, yeah, that showed that they were phlegmy. I promise.
Wasn't a lot of regulation back then.
No.
Everybody was just rolling coal everywhere.
Sewage in the streets.
Yeah. Taking dumps in the street.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sure phlegm was a thing.
We've come a long way.
We have. We
really have come a long way.
We are in the middle of a renaissance.
Now, I played a couple different things this week.
Yes, you did.
Played some Rocket League. That's normal. Don't get excited. Then I played a game called Deiland or Deiland or Deiland or Deiland.
I saw you play that, and I wanted to ask you, number one, what the fuck is it?
That's the question I got the most. Right. Patman slid up in my DMs immediately to be like, what is that? What are you doing there? It's a weird, like, Mario Odyssey, Animal Crossing type, like, globe that you walk around.
Mm-hmm.
Not Mario Odyssey, Mario Galaxy, sorry. So you're on this planet that you walk all the way around, and it's not very big. And it's a weird, like, Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, almost like, it's super strange. You're, like, building and upgrading, and it's all about resource collection, but you have to, like, you can't cut all the trees down without planting trees or you won't have trees. So it's like teaching you like to sustainably farm.
I got so basically once you take away a resource, you have to literally like regrow that resource.
Right. So you can plant a tree and cut it right down, or you can wait for it to seed, and then once it seeds, you could pick up the seeds and then cut it down.
Which is probably the better idea, unless you need wood right now.
Right now, right. There are things that come and attack, and almost it's not like a tower defense thing, but it is like they come in waves.
Mm-hmm.
And there's quests all the time that you have to do, so you'll be like fighting things, plus trying to keep your crops going, and also like taking care of a task that's for a quest. It very becomes like a time management, resource management situation that you start at 10 o'clock, next thing you know, it's 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, let me just do one more thing. I don't think it's the best made one of those I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something really charming about it. It's got a good look to it. It's got a good feel to it. It's a little bit clunky, but in a good way. Like, I think if it was too smooth, it would feel like it was just a money grab.
Yeah.
It feels like somebody or somebody's loved it
so much that they made it out of the few resources they had to do so.
Right. It feels like someone really put love and effort into it.
Like, I've got this great idea. I'm going to make this.
It's got a weird story. You're the only person on the whole planet. But like aliens show up to like sell you stuff, and you can buy, sell, trade from them. And then there's like a space explorer that showed up that's like documenting planets, and so there is like a storyline. I don't think it matters. But the game is fun, and I played it for several hours, and I really enjoyed myself. And I've thought about playing it ever since, which is usually a good thing. I think I paid $3 for it on one of the flash sales. I don't know when it came out. I don't know if it's 4 years old or a year old. The PlayStation date says July 2018, but I think it was on PC before that. It's okay, though. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Well,
I'll probably play it more.
That's good. It's always good when you take a chance on that and you love a game.
Yeah, it was definitely worth the price I paid. I don't even know what it normally costs, so maybe not always worth the price. But it was fun. And then I jumped in Firewall with our good friend Howard. And that game still good. Still has some major issues. Still no dedicated servers, so when a host leave, it destroys everything. Yeah. The party you're in, the game you're in, everyone you're connected to. It also still cuts out chat during loads. Any loading screen cuts out chat. We did play in game chat last night, which is unlike me. Very hard for me to process playing with strange like that. And I did eventually quit because I just couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
Like, we played for quite a while, and there was just a point where I said, hey, I'm going to have to back out. He's like, are you done? I'm like, I'm just done with this. I just don't want to do this anymore.
All the chat with the... So, yeah. Were the people dickheads?
No, we didn't have anybody that was a dickhead. First off, we got in with two lovely gentlemen. Like, super good dudes. They only talked when you need to talk. If someone made a joke, everybody laughed. It was very casual. It was like you knew them through a friend of a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't feel like you knew them, but you like knew somebody that knew them, so you knew they were cool.
Yeah.
They were very good at the game. We were very coordinated. It didn't matter which two were together. We had each other's backs, and we were wiping clean everybody we played.
Nice.
I mean, I think we probably played 8 matches and won all 8 of them.
That's good.
Like, we were incredible with those guys. And I've never been better at a shooter. I think I had 3 kills on probably our first 13, 14 matches. And there's only 4 people on the other team.
Right.
I mean, I was out of control. But it was so much easier because the team was playing well.
Right. It always makes it easier when the team plays well.
Then we got disconnected. Couldn't get those guys back in there. We end up back in a room with some strange, and I don't know, it's just weird. We get in, and there's a dude that's not really talking, but I can hear him breathing, which makes me uncomfortable.
Mm.
And there's a girl in there, and she's like, how was your day? I'm like, my day was fine. How was your day? I don't know you, though.
Right.
I don't want to do this. She's like, I went to work. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a good day. She's like, well, I like work. Yeah, this is because we don't know each other. Right? Our comments aren't meshing because work sounds terrible to me.
Yeah.
You love it. I don't know. Maybe you work at Sonic. I'd like to work at Sonic. You know, I don't want to do this. So, making small talk. Howard's not talking at all because he doesn't want to do this. The other guy's just breathing into the mic. We get wiped clean on that one. And then she quits, and then Mouth Breather stays. And so I'm like, hey, I'm backing out because I don't want to play with him again. So we back out, then we get in a new game, and we just jumped from shitty people to shitty people. And then we finally land with someone who I'm guessing 16.
I bet that was fun.
And another guy who is he's not breathing into the mic, he's just not talking. And we lose, and then the non-talker leaves, and then another guy jumps in. He's British. He's chatting when he needs to. He's fine. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing a bright red shirt though in a game that's about being tactical, so that was questionable. But you gotta do you. But
it's no okay in a game. It's I understand what you're saying, but you're equating real life to a game.
I mean, you got to do you. Bright red, though, in a game where you're supposed to be sneaking stands out.
Maybe he didn't realize that you were role-playing your character.
No, I mean, he's bright red. He's a target. Like, you go with the other guy, bud. We'll stay back here in our tactical gear.
That's not how that works at all.
But he was fine, and the 16-year-old was in, and he was obnoxious, and his friend kept yelling from across the room. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, he was bruh. And we won some, we lost some. We probably won more than we lost, but I just couldn't handle it. That's when I told him, I was like, I'm just done with this for the night. It was enjoyable. It's a good game. I'm really just finished with this, though.
Time to pull the plug.
I leveled up. I finally spent some money. I was sitting on a fat stack of crypto, which is the currency in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I had 44,000, so I spent about $4,000. But I bought new gun paint, a new torso, which is just your top, a new pants, and a new hat. I'm all cranberry color now, like a deep cranberry,
yeah, which is also quite tactical, might I add.
It is because it's like a dark blood is the color. So a lot of these maps are very dark. So now I look like a ninja.
Yes, because all ninjas wear cranberry.
Cranberry, yeah. I'm like a cran apple out there.
Or a magenta, a deep magenta red.
Yeah, and I also purchased a trinket for the gun that is a USA flag. Because I want people to understand what's up.
A trinket? What do you do with a trinket?
It's like a thing that hangs off the side of the gun. It's just real tiny. It's a little tag that just hangs. You can get a snowflake or a basketball or like a bobblehead of one of the characters. But I've got the good old US of A. These colors don't run dangling from the side.
These colors don't run.
But that's a good game that I wish that there was always 4 people that I knew anytime I wanted to play it, because don't like playing it with strangers that much. And it's weird when you jump in with a new match, they're like people are almost like, hey, you guys aren't assholes, are you?
Yeah, yeah.
There's like a quick check, like those 2 guys that were really awesome. The guy's like, he jumps in, he goes, you guys aren't kids, are you? Because no one was talking. I'm like, we're not, but I will say, you might rather play with kids once you see us play. And he goes, it's okay if you're terrible. I just want it to be like an adult's playing. And so we're like, but people jump in, they're like, hey, you guys are like, you don't have a radio playing in the background. Like, people are just checking to make sure, because you encounter so much.
I hate that.
Every VR headset has a built-in microphone.
Right, there's no way around it.
Every asshole can communicate or not, because they're just, they're just on with their music playing and their wife talking and the dog's barking. And I'm like, hey, you don't get to play.
And you yelling.
You're too busy.
Yelling at their kids. Because maybe you should take care of your kids and not yell at them while you're playing video games.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be responsible parenting to me, but what do I know?
Well, I mean, you got the headset on, you can't see what they're doing.
Right. All of it.
Yeah. You just got to hand them a knife and let them go take care of whatever. Yeah, it was fun. I like that game. I highly recommend it for VR. It's been forever since I've been in VR, and I will say I was a little worried.
About?
Just because I think there's a certain, like, your eyes have to adjust to VR. It's kind of exhausting on my body.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So I was a little worried. I was like, am I going to... First off, I usually don't get motion sickness. I was worried. Like, am I going to get motion sickness? Am I going to get fatigue?
Are you out of shape for this?
I'm out of VR shape. I have my VR legs. It wasn't a problem. It was like riding a bike or fucking. Yeah. You just get right into it.
I'd like to get back into VR at some point, but I'm afraid I'm busy, and I'm probably going to be busy for the foreseeable future as far as my gaming goes.
That's all I played. So you could talk about the one game that you played every minute of every day.
The one game I played every minute of every day. Are you referring to The Division 2?
I am referring to the Division. Tom Clancy's.
The Division 2. Man, I love that fucking game. Like any other game, there are some. I'm up to the point now where I'm having to do a lot of group activities because it's a little tougher to solo things. And
you're pretty far in the end game.
I'm pretty far into the end game. I'm just short of World Tier 5.
Okay.
I could go for it now, but I'm going ahead and knocking out some different missions and just getting some gear. Because I'm getting to the point where I need to start thinking about the build I want for when the raids come and the new DLC comes. So I'm having to concentrate on those things. So I'm farming for gear, essentially. Which I love doing. I'm not making it... I don't want to make it sound like I hate it because I fucking love this game and I will farm all the time. I love it. But I've been pretty lucky as far as getting in with some of the groups. I've also joined a clan who I haven't had a chance to play with anybody from yet, but I'm sure that's coming. But the matchmaking is actually working pretty well for me. And I have not run into anybody who, offered a bad experience. There's some people that were probably a little underpowered for trying to play the mission they were playing. And you had to keep reviving them and keep saving them. Those things don't bother me because I get it. That's how you get better is by playing and stuff that's probably outside your range. But for the most part, I haven't had a single problem with it. I've talked to some people I haven't talked to, and but it's just pretty much run pretty smoothly. A few times you die and wipe and go back in, and the good thing is when that happens, no one goes in and does the exact same fucking thing that got them killed the first time around. But the PvE experience in the Division 2 is much, much better than the Division 1, particularly at launch. I'm enjoying it a lot more. I don't do much on the PvP side, so I'm not worried about that. I might get in and run the Dark Zone some, but I've already seen all kinds of fucking shit about how people are just going in there and just loving to kill people and go rogue and kill people, and that ain't for me. So I don't know if I'll get into the Dark Zone or not. I know there's some great gear you can get, but the heartache isn't worth it for me. That's not what I play for.
I was watching some gameplay earlier in the week, and you can purchase cosmetics from the store, correct? With real money.
You can buy cosmetics with real money.
Is there anything fun? Because I did notice jumping around in several different videos, everybody kind of looks the same, even high-level people. Like, are there any, crazy costumes you can buy?
You can, well... Yeah,
can you be, in a banana suit?
No, nothing.
I feel like that game needs they need to let you look... I mean, I watched 5 or 6 videos, and I think these were guys...
That's not very tactical, Ryan.
Yeah, but those dickheads have to exist. I don't feel like that's a cover shooter, not a tactical game, though. And
no, there's...
I watched a lot of videos, and those guys were high level, and they all looked identical.
Well, it depends. Well, a lot of people do look identical because it's the choices they're making. I mean, you can create out of everything. You can create some. If you were to have everything, all the dyes, all the hats, all the glasses, all that stuff, you can create some pretty crazy outfits yourself, like a pink cowboy hat and stuff like that. But most people aren't.
I'm just not seeing any of that. I was just wondering. I knew there was purchasables, but I didn't know what they were. But I was hoping they were fun. And
I don't know how many people are actually purchasing either. How many people are spending the money? Because you also earn in-game credits to open up apparel caches, and you can also, depending on the RNG, you can also pull them from loot boxes. So Most people are getting stuff that way.
I would spend the money if they were crazy. Like, if you're looking like Abe Lincoln rolling down through there, I'd spend the money on that.
That's Saints Row, and I don't want that.
That would be good. It felt like it needed a little life in it. That's all. Like, I just didn't want everybody to look identical, which is fine probably when you're playing by yourself, but when you jump in with people, like twinsies out there.
Yeah, I don't share that same reservation that you do.
I want a little variety. I like all games to put in fun costumes. Let people that want to wear them, and it gives other people something to talk about.
I mean, as far as crazy goes, I mean, there's a firefighter outfit, there's an EMS outfit, there's like a survivalist outfit. There's a what is the bomb squad outfit that you can.
I like some of that. I didn't see any of that. Everybody looked like.
Yeah, people don't wear that because they want to look, like they would.
I don't know. Like that seems like a game where, because I can see my character. I think that's why, like in Firewall, I don't really give a damn because you can't see you.
Right.
I can't even look down and see my pants, so it really doesn't matter. I mean, I guess I could look like a unicorn in that game and it wouldn't matter.
See, like my character has green. I dress him like I would dress. He's wearing hiking shoes. He's wearing a green set of cargo pants, and he's wearing a red flannel
and
a baseball cap.
Just be fun if you saw some people and you're like, that dude's crazy. Like, that dude is nuts because he's wearing that.
Well, see all my gear. See, I'm wearing that, but then I have all my gear painted pink.
Yeah.
I've seen people out there with pink and purple clothes on, walking around in purple shorts and a pink shirt and a purple cowboy hat. And
I do like purple.
I know I'm trying to get that deep purple, but I don't have it.
I like purple. It looks fun. It still doesn't look like anything that's for me, but the game looks fun. I enjoy watching people play that game.
I really wish you wouldn't have had such a bad experience with the first one, because I think you would enjoy. I do think you would enjoy it.
Yeah, even if I did, I just don't have the time to play it the correct way either.
Right. Yeah, the problem for you is that it is an MMO and does require an investment of time.
Yeah, if I had bought it back when it came out, I'd be like a level 14 right now.
Yeah, and whereas I played it I'm just short of 5 days at this point.
Yeah, there's just no way I could have appreciated it the way it needed to be, and but I do enjoy watching people play that game. I think it looks fun. It does have like the Diablo vibe to it.
Yeah, it does.
But I like a good Schluter, I guess, but it's not a good time. Yeah, I'm probably playing less now than I have in a long time. And I just never have a dedicated like 5 and 6 hours to play something. I feel like the game deserves that. And I just can't.
Well, there's times where I only play for 2 or 3 hours a night.
Says the guy that just played for 7 days straight.
I didn't play for... Well, I have actually... Okay, I have played, yes, right, that many days in a row, but it wasn't all 6 or 7 hours.
Like, I don't have that much time. I've just dedicated a week to it. No, not a working week, mind you. A full actual calendar week.
I have sincerely been damaging my sleep staying up to play it.
Yeah, you're on all the time. Anytime I turn my PS4 on, you're on.
I'm on playing it, yeah. And when I'm on, I'm on. It's not just because my PS4 is on. I am on. I'm playing. I assume
because it tells you it says what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
roaming West Potomac Park.
Yeah, it says your gear level and where you are.
Yep. I'm constantly. I have a tracker. I have 2 tracker apps. I'm constantly tracking.
Oh Jesus!
I'm into it, dude.
It's getting deep.
I'm into it, dude.
It's getting deep.
I can't help it. I love it. I loved the first one.
So, by the Division 2, by Deiland, by Firewall. None of these are endorsing the show, but we like them.
But they should.
Yeah, they should also.
Get at me, Tom Clancy. Firewall in particular.
I would talk about Firewall every episode if they would just reach out to us and ask me about what that game needs. If they don't get some fucking dedicated servers on that game. My God. You can be having the time of your life, and if the host quits, it disbands everything. Anytime you have to back out, it totally demolishes the party, and you have to re-invite. You can't chat through load screens. I don't even know what's happening with that.
Yeah, they definitely.
But the game I wonder if they didn't, so good.
I wonder if they're not doing anything just because I don't know that maybe the audience isn't there for that.
Oh, yeah, they're updating it. Yeah, they're updating it. They're adding plenty of shit in the store you can buy with real money.
No,
Someone's still working on it. They have a new contractor called Node.
Node,
he wears a set of headphones on his neck.
What's he do?
I don't know. He doesn't. You have to buy him.
Oh, so you don't know what his specialties are.
You have to buy him. He probably hacks the computer faster or something with a name like Node.
Yeah.
There's another lady. Her name is Jaguar. She looks like she's got jaguar teeth around her neck.
Jaguar or Jaguar?
Jaguar, however you want to say it. It's like the cat.
Okay, like a jaguar.
She has the cat teeth around her neck.
Or the car.
That's a jaguar.
That's not a jaguar.
She's got a machete on her back. Looks like an umbrella. Machete. A machete. That's how they say it. That's how they say it with the people that use it. That's how they say it.
In that movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Machete.
She's got that on her back. She looks okay. Also don't know what her perk is. And then there's another one that came out way back when. Her name is Nash.
I remember Nash.
Mm-hmm. They're $3.99 each. I thought last night if I would continue to play that game, I would like to buy those characters, but I also only play with one gentleman, so
right.
I don't know if it matters if I had him because I like the guy that I play with. He looks very Special Forces. He's very he just got that look about him. Kind of built, got a beard, kind of scraggly, wears a ball cap.
That's like my character in the Division.
He looks very American Sniper out there, getting it done. And I like that guy.
My character in the Division has a beard and a ball cap.
The face paint's very trendy on Firewall, and I don't wear any because I want you to see what America looks like.
Yeah, I don't wear face paint either in any of my. I don't do tattoos usually.
Yeah, I'm a clean cut gentleman, but I do wear the cranberry.
Yes, you do wear the cranberry,
and I look good. It's like cranberry and black. It's. I mean, it's really like in a hallway. You can't see me.
Cran black.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So the Division 2, go out and get it.
Yep. Firewall, pre-order now.
Firewall, Deiland.
Yep. If that game's like $4 or $5,
and Rocket League.
If that game's accidentally $20, then don't buy it. I don't know what it cost.
And Rocket League. Yeah, I'm in a weird place with Rocket League too, because I'm loving the Division so much. I'm not missing Rocket League, and I know there's the new Rocket Pass coming out.
You're gonna hate it though.
Huh?
You're going to hate the new Rocket Pass.
I know, it's all challenge-based, right?
Yeah, it's got challenges.
Yeah, I'm not into that. So, and that's the problem is, even though I see you guys on, and I'm like, maybe I should jump in and play some Rocket League. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to keep wandering DC. Fuck it.
I love Rocket League, but I am at a point where I get frustrated when we play poorly.
Yeah.
In Firewall, I have zero expectations, so it was a nice reset to play that.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked that we won as much as we did. I was shocked that I killed as many people as I did. I mean, I felt like that guy on the team where you're like, if this guy's on the team, we're fine.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like that guy. I was like, got a guy over here, he's down. A guy over here, he's down. Up, another one, he's down. And then somebody kills the last guy. I'm like, good job. They're like, hey, great job, team. Like, those dudes, I would like to know those guys.
Yeah.
They were good to play games with.
That's what I like about every group I've been in the middle of in the Division. Even though there's been some disparities, everybody's play styles are so different that it's always a combination of everybody. Like, and it doesn't track that stuff, like who does the most killing.
Right.
It doesn't track that stuff. But there's a number of times I've been in matches and the guy whose gear score is higher than everybody's goes down just as much as everybody else.
Yeah.
Or, and the best guy on the team goes over and revives the guy who is not doing, who died, isn't as leveled up. There's a real good, even though you can play with a range of, those gear score disparities. Everybody, because of their own different play styles and their different loadouts and stuff, they all seem to either bring something to the team.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, we, in that first group I was playing with, I took out 3 guys. There was one left. The other guy downed him, and I got to the guy who was down first.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was behind me and ran up top, and I said, "Hey, that's your." So Firewall doesn't track knocks; it just tracks kills.
Right.
So we got up there. I said, "Hey, that's your kill," and he's like, "I really appreciate that."
Yeah.
So we kill that guy, and then we shoot our guns in the air to celebrate, and realize that we still have to go hack the computer, and that we only have 30 seconds left. So Howard and the other guy were laughing at us because we were celebrating, and then it was a mad dash for us to try to get it. We got that one.
So was that 10-yard line celebration, huh?
Yeah, and then when we were playing with that the British guy later on, I knocked a guy down, and he killed him, and he immediately apologized. He said, "That's my fault. That was your kill." And then later through that match, we were running through there. He downed a guy, and he said, "Hey, take that one." Like, there are some good people. I don't want to make it seem like everybody's an asshole, but man, you got to sort through a lot of assholes to find a good one.
You do, yeah.
It's a sea of assholes, but there are some good people out there.
And I've run into, playing a number of games. We played, I think we played Firewall one night and ran into one dude that ran with us for all night. This was a while back, remember?
Yeah, 2B.
Yes.
Yeah, he's on my friends list still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was okay. Besides being from Canada, I really liked him. Shots fired, Canada. What are you going to do about it? Let's jump into the news. We don't have a lot. That's why we chatted for a bit up front. Kind of a slow news week.
Oof.
I did get a message from a friend who said, "Hey, you didn't do the new releases for April. I feel like it's late at this point, but we'll be a team player."
Yeah.
I missed it. That's on me.
Yeah, I guess we didn't. Yeah, hey, you're the list. You're the list guy.
I usually do it when we do the new games. Or the, not the new games, the
Plus games
PS Plus and everything. Yeah, but it was a very crowded news week that week.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I cut it on purpose. I just don't think I didn't realize. Because I had like 27 stories that didn't dawn on me. Yeah. So we'll run through it real quick. You'll understand, though, skipping it was fine after I finish. Bomber Crew completed episode for PS4 and Switch on April 2nd. Darksiders War Mastered Edition for the Switch on April 2nd. April 5th was Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission for PC and Switch. April 9th was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. April 9th was also Dangerous Driving for PS4, Xbox One, as well as Neo Atlas 1469 for the Switch, Shovel Knight Showdown for the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch, and Zenki Zero Last Beginning for the PS4, PC, and Switch. April 11th brought us Earth Defense Force Iron Rain for the PS4, as well as Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice for the Switch. And the 12th brought us Nintendo Labo VR Kit.
Did you pick yours up?
No, but I'll get it. April 18th, we'll have Konami's Anniversary Collection Arcade Classics for the Switch. Anno 1800 for the PC, April 16th, which is now apparently not going to be on Steam. Don't have a story about it, but I would assume you'll find that in the Epic Store. Final Fantasy X X2 HD Remastered for the Xbox One and Switch, April 16th. Also April 16th, World War Z for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
That's a don't miss, people.
Hot take. Cuphead coming April 18th for the Switch. That's cool. That's a good place to play that game, I feel like.
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma Dark Horizon for the Switch, April 23rd. Also, April 23rd, Mortal Kombat 11 for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. On the 25th, we're getting SteamWorld Quest, Hand and Gilgamesh.
Hand of Gilgamesh.
Yeah, I like the way I said it better, but yours is okay. That's for the Switch on April 25th. Box Boy plus Box Girl on the Switch, April 26th. Days Gone for PS4 on April 26th. And finally, Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age for Xbox One, Switch. And that comes out on April 30th.
So, yeah.
Give me some hot takes from those releases.
Not much there. Everybody, of course, is excited for Mortal Kombat 11.
Yep, people like that.
Yep, they do. And Days Gone has started to pick up some... It's like weird. A 180 on that. I think we talked about it earlier, but it's like now it's all of a sudden people were like, this game's going to be shit, and now they're like, oh, this game's going to be amazing. We saw this, and
I'm wondering if it was shit for so long that people are like, I got to see if they put this out shitty. Like, I got to see, like, surely they didn't spend this long on a shitty game.
Right.
Because it's really picking up. Like, even all the major outlets are now, like, talking about Days Gone like it might actually be something.
I know.
I'm still hearing that it has no heart.
Yes.
I've heard from a lot of places. It feels like you have a machine that makes video games and you put in all the popular stuff from 8 years ago.
Yep.
And it made that game.
Yep.
But yeah, it's picking up a lot of steam. I'm definitely going to get the VR Labo kit.
Hey, if you've got a Switch, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is one to check out.
So is Cuphead. I'm telling you, the Switch is on fire.
Well,
not the Fyre Festival
with remakes and stuff.
Yeah, but that's a great place to play all those games. Like Cuphead will be more at home there than on an Xbox.
Probably.
I almost want it again to have it on there. But the Labo VR I'll pick up. Mortal Kombat I might get later on if I ever find it for $15 or something.
I will never be getting Mortal Kombat.
Dangerous Driving was one I was excited about until everybody played it. It is from Three Fields, which is made up of former Burnout team members. They're obviously working up to a full-blown Burnout game. They had the crash mode. They started with Dangerous Golf to get a little money going. They had the crash mode stuff, and now they have this. It's just not there yet.
No. So, anyway, that's April.
I'm curious about Days Gone. I'm not going to get it yet, though.
I'm not either. I am curious about it as well now. I mean, I'm not excited about it, but yeah. I'm curious about it. Is this game the train wreck that it should be? The fucking dumpster fire that it should be? And if they turn it around, hey, good on Bend.
Yep. Good for them.
But here's a big one that we've talked about a little bit before, but now you can do it. And apparently, fuck up half your world at least, minimum. You can finally change your PSN name on PS4.
Yep, you can. The first one's free, like all good things, too.
Yep. The first one's free. And after that, it's going to cost you $10 if you're in America. North America, specifically. 10 American dollars.
It's 10 US dollars for everyone after that, $5 if you're a PlayStation Plus member.
Yes.
One thing I do think is cool is you can revert back to any name you've ever had.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So if you decide today you want to be like, And
I think I read something the other day, yesterday I think it was, that said that PSN is actually on its own changing offensive names. So people are like losing their shit because they had names that were like Bag of Dicks 47 or something.
So it's weird. This is still weird. So if you have a name, no one else can ever have it.
Yes.
It is yours forever.
Any name you've already had and changed, you can go back to.
Right. So if today you're Grocery Sack of Dicks, but next week you want to be Pink Puffy Muffin or whatever, you can go back to Puffy Bags of Dick or whatever you were before that.
Right.
And then jump back at no charge.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that there are people who will assemble a pretty good group of names and just jump from whichever to whichever.
Yep. Just go through them and, say this guy gets kicked for something. Now, I'm curious how it's going to work. Is that kind of stuff going to be linked to your name or is that linked to your profile?
I assume it's linked to your profile. You'd have to create a new one with a new credit card probably on.
Yeah.
It does create issues. And those aren't the only issues it creates. If you're going to do this, you're going to have to wade through a slew of warnings when you get ready to do this. And you can change it two ways. On a web browser or on the PS4, which I think is also via the web browser on the PS4.
Yes.
But there are lots of warnings before it will actually let you do this.
Yeah. You want me to run through them
all? So here's the thing. There's two lists here. There's a list of games that have identified issues.
Yep.
That list is okay because a lot of them are the leaderboards won't update till you play, or some of them like you may still see your old name. Those
Settings
aren't crazy.
Reset to default when you open the game.
None of those are crazy. I don't feel like we have to go through that list. If your game's a little weird, check it out. But there's a list of games we do need to go through.
And there's something funny, something very interesting about this list, and I'll see if you'll pick up on it when I'm done reading the list here. Now, in these games, if you change your ID, you could lose progress and or in-game currency. Some parts of the game may actually not even function properly. And if you want to keep anything that you've earned, you could actually lose trophies to these games. Sony actually recommends that you don't change your name if you want to keep anything from any of these games. So it's just about 100% you're going to lose something. Those games are Disc Jam, Everybody's Golf, Just Dance 2017, Little Big Planet 3, MLB 14, MLB 16, MLB 15, all those are the show games, Onrush, The Golf Club 2, and Worms Battlegrounds. That's a pretty heavy SIE list.
Yeah, there's like 5 games that are from Sony from that list. So it is tied to your purchases and other things are tied to your actual profile.
Mm-hmm.
Which is causing these issues. And I assume that was a lazy way for Sony to do that.
Right.
But a way that they knew would work. And I assume that that's what happened here. Now, I will say, Disc Jam was fun for a bit. I'll never play it again.
Everybody's Golf, dude.
Yeah, I can't risk losing anything on that until a new Everybody's Golf come in. Now, I like my name. So it's not an issue. Little Big Planet 3 was the worst Little Big Planet, so that's fine. I don't play the MLB games, so that's fine. Onrush, whatever. Take it or leave it. The game's fun, but yeah. The Golf Club 2, I haven't played. I just downloaded it on Xbox, and Worms I'll never play. So I would really, if I hated my name, I would only have to weigh the risk of losing Everybody's Golf.
Right.
Now,
and I'm not worried about any of these. But again, I'm not changing my name. My name is not offensive.
Right.
Or anything. So
I'm not Dick Bagger 69 or anything. Like, I'm fine.
Right.
Which is not a bad name.
Right. Like Pussy Muffin or whatever.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah. I have an adult grown up name.
Yeah. My name doesn't even mean anything, so it's fine. Like,
Mine
there's just zero way for my name to be offensive because it's not even a thing.
Mine is actually still the first username I've ever had since, like, internet was born.
Mine's sort of that. Mine's kind of that, but mine is what I had, like, on PS2 days.
Right. Yeah, mine is, like...
So, I've always used it, but it's not offensive. It doesn't mean anything. No one else has it. Like, I don't have to fight to get it. It's fine.
Yeah, There's nothing worse than having to fight to get a username these days.
But, if you want to change your name, it's available. Proceed with caution, though. I mean, if you're never playing any of those games, and, this also may not be all of the games that have a problem, but, I mean, if you hate your name that much, it's still worth it. If
you have one of those names that, doesn't translate well in public.
Yeah, if you don't want to be like, hey, what's your PSN? You don't want to be like, Queef Fan 64.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to say that out loud, like, it's worth it to lose your data and Everybody's Golf to not be a douchebag anymore.
Right. Yeah, we have a mutual friend who had to make some changes to some of his names.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth it sometimes if you got a shitty name.
Yeah, and you grow as a person. Your name when you were 15 probably means...
Yeah, if you were anime tit lover back then, that's fine. But like, maybe you don't want that anymore. Maybe you don't have to tell people. Maybe you don't want your kids to watch you play, and that's the username you log in on.
You were hentai fan 88. No.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, but I have trophies. That's I have the trophies though. I don't want to lose the fake trophies that don't actually mean anything. I don't want to lose them.
Cool. Then you just go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some pretty horrible names out there.
Yep.
There are also some amazing fucking names.
Yeah, like Lou Sasshole.
Lou Sasshole was awesome.
Which is a great name. I played the other night against Rectal Poundage.
Ooh.
Seemed like a classy guy.
Let me tell you,
Rocket League.
I'm still friends with this guy, but Django Ate My Baby is one of my favorites.
Right. So, I played against Rectal Poundage, and he was on Team Ass Punchers in Rocket League.
Oh, that seems right.
I was like, nah, that's a...
Did they all have
There was just 2 of them. The other guy was like Lou, like it wasn't.
Yeah.
Not Lou, but it was like Rick 2847. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but it was. You could tell who made the team for sure. Yeah. You could tell that old Rectal Poundage named the team. I think they also beat the shit out of us too to make it worse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You took a rectal pounding, huh?
Yeah. It was really on the nose.
By the ass blasters or whoever.
Ass punchers.
Ass punchers.
So it wasn't like AZZ. There was ass punchers. Like Rocket League was cool with it. Sea of Thieves anniversary update is huge.
Yeah, it is.
If you like that better. Developer Rare is furthering attempting to address the feedback with the game's anniversary update, comprising of a new narrative-driven questline called Tall Tales, Shores of Gold, and an entire new PvP mode named The Arena. The Arena is a competitive mode for 5 teams of 4, set in smaller, distinct areas. At the beginning of the 24-minute match, every team receives the same set of treasure maps. You must proceed to the X to receive the chest. I'll just say right here, this sounds terrible to me.
Yeah, it's not up your alley at all.
Right. So the part that accidentally happens sometimes that I hate has now been split off into a mode where it was forced to happen every time. So I don't care about that. But I'll tell you the part I'm excited about here. This is coming out April 30th, so if I forget to say it. But they're going to put some new puzzles, new treasures in, but they also have new enemy types, items enchanted with new abilities, and a new faction that will let you buy and sell meat after you utilize the new fishing and cooking mechanics. I mean, they had me at fishing.
That's right up your alley, bro.
I've been on a boat this whole time and I couldn't fish. So now I can't wait to be in the middle of the ocean with my friends fishing until someone comes up and sinks our ship. That sounds great. Can't wait. Can't wait for that Sea of Thieves. I don't know. It seems cool. A lot of cool stuff in. They love this game. They're passionate about this game. It makes me love this game. I'll get back into it. It's not the last time I've set sail.
No, it's not.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order
has been revealed.
Does that do anything for you?
Yes and no. Let me go through some of the details here first. It was at a panel yesterday or this week, and Respawn gave some information. Yesterday they released a small teaser trailer, so you've probably seen it. An introductory trailer. So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is releasing on November 15th of this year. Obviously, it's also going to be available on the Origin store. As far as the story goes, it takes place shortly after the events of Revenge of the Sith. And having branded the Jedi as traitors to the Republic, the Emperor, you'll remember, issued Order 66, which was wipe out all the Jedi. The main character in Fallen Order is a Padawan named Cal Kestis. And interesting, he's going to be played by Cameron Monaghan, so from Shameless, and he plays Ian in Shameless, and the Joker on Gotham. And he basically managed to survive Order 66, and now he's on some sort of journey. We don't know what. It is going to be a single-player-only experience. Important to note, it was directed by Stig Asmussen, who was responsible for God of War 3. He directed that at Santa Monica. And it's going to have intense lightsaber battles. It's going to combine melee and force abilities, and also involve platforming and puzzle solving. That's basically what we know so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds great on paper. Respawn is busy right now.
Yeah, they got a lot going on.
Apex is, they're all in on Apex.
Yeah, but Apex is actually stagnated a bit, so.
So with the cash cow that's been, and knowing EA like I know them, they're all hands on deck for Apex.
I would imagine so, because they're losing ground.
I hope it doesn't pull away from whatever this game was going to be. I think Respawn will make a game that feels good. I think everything they make feels good.
I think it's very important to note also they did announce that it is, as I stated, single-player only experience, no multiplayer at all.
Until they have that Battle Royale post-launch.
Yep, and there are 0 microtransactions.
What about Star Wars Battle Royale?
I mean, wasn't that
Saber
done?
Only?
Isn't that done in the Battleground games, more or less?
Saber only.
I don't think that plays well.
Melee.
That's all up. That's mostly all up close and personal. I don't think that works.
Speaking of up close and personal, a real life millionaire idiot wants to do a real life battle royale.
Not where people actually die though.
Where everyone dies but one person.
Yeah, not for real though.
He wants to use airsoft.
Yeah, airsoft guns.
And some sort of fancy vest that can detect a hit.
Mm-hmm.
3 12-hour days on a private island. I guess they'll like pause at night. Everybody will go sleep and have dinner, and then the ones that are left will start again the next day.
Yeah.
There is a prize at the end. It was a posting discovered by IGN. They don't know who it is. It was posted on a luxury marketplace, Hush Hush. Which I'll be honest, I didn't even know was a thing before this story.
Me either.
But yeah, he wants to do a real life 100-person battle royale. And this is weird.
Yeah. Listen to this. The person who gets hired as the game maker is going to get 15,000 pounds a day for 6 weeks to create the event. And the last person standing will take home 100,000 pounds. I don't know the pounds to dollars ratio, but that seems like a lot.
Seems like a few pounds.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question for you, as obviously neither one of us would be interested in participating in this event.
Mm-hmm.
But would you watch it?
Here's the thing. Here's my problem. There's a lot of shit wrong in the world today. That if you got money to throw away to rent an island, maybe consider a charitable donation of some sort.
Here's the thought I had. I didn't have that thought. I read this and I was like, what does the world come to? And then my second thought was, I'd probably watch this.
Well, here's the thing. Also, Running Man, the movie. Gamer, the movie. What's the other one? Beta, the movie. Those are all basically combining these where people. What's the other one? The Condemned with the Stone Cold Steve Austin. All of those are basically people watching, people paying money to watch other people annihilate other people. So that people will watch this, yes, because people suck.
If they set up so they got an island. They said the island's fairly compact, but big enough that the 3-day thing should work.
And I got to be honest. I'm super leery of anything that has island in 3 days in the fucking title.
I'm fine with Airsoft Fire. I'm fine with that.
Firesoft?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
With a Y?
Yeah. But, blowjobs for water, I'm down for all that. But, if they set up an island, 200 cameras, and then they charge a fee of whatever to be able to get on and control all those cameras.
Oh, it's got to be a pay-per-view thing, yeah.
And, but not just, you could watch it, the one that the director, but you could pay extra and you could jump from camera to camera yourself.
Yeah.
Track what you want to track. I kind of think this would be fun in the grossest kind of way.
I get that too.
I think this whole thing's dirty.
I think it's gross.
We're a step away from actually killing each other for entertainment. And some would argue in some of our sports we already do that, but that's not what we're here for. But
right. Well, I mean, this kind of thing has been the way since the dawn of humanity. Look at the gladiators in ancient Roman times. That's what it's this. We've done this kind of thing throughout our history. It's just as technology gets better, we find new ways.
It's likely that this will never happen.
It is likely this will never happen.
And probably for good reason. And
I think the only saving grace that it would have, because nobody has any foresight into the future. They can't see beyond their own hand in front of their face is, yeah, but it's airsoft guns. So it's not really going to hurt anybody.
That's how it starts. Then
I
it's
know,
BB
I understand
guns.
that, but nobody who is actually in charge of these things looks that far ahead and sees what this could be.
If it's affordable and it happens, I'll watch it. If Ja Rule becomes attached to it, I'll probably run. If Ja signs on.
Billy won't.
I think Billy's busy.
Yeah, him and Lori Loughlin going to be hanging out.
Yeah, fake voice. Oh, no, she's not the fake voice. She's the Uncle or Aunt Becky.
She's Aunt Becky.
Fake voice lady. What's her name?
Felicity Huffman?
The lady who had the fake medical thing.
The fake medical
Theramos or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I forget her name.
I do, too.
She's definitely going to prison.
Oh, yeah, hanging out with her. Did you watch that documentary?
I watched a couple of them. There's like a 3 or 4 part thing on YouTube I watched.
God,
she has a fake voice.
She has a fake
sometimes
voice.
Deeper, sometimes I'm like, people just talk different inflections. They're like, nope, it's fake. I'm like, maybe it's fake.
Yeah, it's fake.
She's a piece of shit, so it could be fake.
She is, but she is, she's a piece of shit, but she was cunning and sly and clever about the shit she pulled, man.
I love that that machine was just smashing bottles and mixing blood, and she was standing in front of a group of people saying this is going to change the world.
I know.
There is a part of me that does respect what she did in the worst kind of way.
Yeah, I get it. Here's the thing. The same thing with Billy. Billy, Theranos girl, all of these,
con artists, I think is
con artists, essentially. Yeah. They are pieces of shit. But what do you say about the people who got conned?
People were just giving her millions of dollars.
Do they really get off easy and get to play the victim for not paying attention?
I mean, she had a teacher in school before she dropped out that said this will never work.
Right.
Like the science behind it cannot work.
It's not even real science.
Right. So that person was able to look at it. Just look at the idea for it and say that will never work. And I know there's people out there that's like, everybody told somebody that before they created the thing. There's science behind this, though. It's not as if like they're making the first computer. Like,
yeah, a lot of times it's an idea won't work.
Yeah, like the fact that you want to do it with a drop of blood.
Right, actual laws of science and physics won't allow this to happen. It's different than that your idea in your head will never work.
You have to reinvent all the machines that do the testing because they can't be that close to each other. Because they give false readings. So you have to reinvent all of those so that they don't do that. Then you have to figure out how to get a good test with that low amount of blood, because when you water it down, you get false positives and false negatives. And
yeah.
Like there were so many things wrong with it, and the machine itself didn't even work. They would have investors come by. They would take their blood, and then she would give them a tour of the place while real people actually did real tests, so that they could pretend that the machine did it.
Yeah,
everything about it was so sketchy, almost as sketchy as Billy knowing that the festival was going to fail and not caring.
Almost. I have a hard time with what's worse.
They're
both bad.
They're both bad, but the Fyre Festival, like no one got hurt. I think the Fyre Festival's funny, and I know people like lost lots of money, and I don't mean like that, but there's something funny about a bunch of like privileged white kids.
I mean, yeah,
getting stuck in an airport.
Isn't it? Most of us that are just like normal people here, and I realize that this is probably mean, discriminatory, whatever. But most of us who are just normal people, who go and work hard to, in some cases, scrape by. In other cases, to make life work for them. We have a hard time feeling bad for these kids that had $10,000 to throw away.
Yeah, there were kids that spent $40,000 to go to an island to watch Blink-182 play. Like, I'm okay with them getting screwed over a little bit.
Yeah.
And also,
it seems like a real good life lesson, as a matter of fact.
I talked about it before, but the Netflix documentary on the Fyre Festival, they said like Fyre Festival happened,
Yeah.
It just happened before everybody got there.
Yeah.
It happened with a handful of people, and it really did. If you watch it, like on that first island they were on.
They were partying, jet skiing, drinking.
Models and yachts and, go get in the water. Why? I don't know, because I'm not just going to get in it for no reason. Let's get in it. It was just, they just hung out. They drank, they smoked, they goofed off. It happened. There was music. There was fun. It just, no one got to go to it.
Right.
What you got were FEMA tents and cheese sandwiches. And that's unfortunate, but also you went back to your, Ferrari when you got back. So it's okay. It's all fine. No one truly got hurt that paid for a ticket. Now, if you spent your last $6,000 to try to be cool and fit in, you also need to make better decisions.
Yes.
And hopefully you learn from this.
I agree. So I think Firefest, Firefest was Billy's shitty. Firefest was shitty. But in the end, it basically boils down to everybody involved needs to make better life decisions.
I think what he did was, for some reason, for me, is more acceptable.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but you're right. I don't know. It's not acceptable. Isn't the right word.
It's more acceptable than what she did.
It's like a lesser crime, maybe, because what she was trying to do would have literally been a crime against humanity.
The thing about Billy is you're like, this guy is a mega piece of shit. Like, mega.
Right.
And every time he talks.
And it's almost like the kind of thing you expect a douchebag to do, so it seems like it's not bad.
Every time he talks, you're like, this guy's so full of shit. But I could see how in the moment you're like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. And like while he's like waiting for all these trials, he goes and commits wire fraud.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's just a piece of shit. There's no doubt about it, but there is something kind of charming about him. Like, I get it. Everybody around him that guy was going to suck a dick for water for him. Everybody was ride or die.
You know what's funny about Billy is he gives off two different impressions at the same time. Number one, I guess probably not two different impressions at the same time. Number one, seeing it all together, watching the documentaries. I've seen both of them. You've only seen one of them, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen both of them. You put them all together and you're like, wow, what a colossal piece of shit this guy is. He knew it was going to fail and he went ahead anyway and just didn't tell anybody. But if you look at it like piece by piece by piece, and not take it as the whole and just look at the different moments, he comes off, number one, like so aloof that any of this is going to go wrong. And he comes off like he actually believes it's going to work. Even though because of everything else you know it can't work.
I don't know if he convinced himself or if he needed to still convince the people around him.
Right, but
there was something weird going on, because there's that moment in the Netflix one where everyone else is like, hey, this might not work. Like, it was way too deep in it, but everybody had that moment.
Yeah, everybody at different times had it, and they all moved it forward anyway.
Like, they were all like, hey, this isn't going to work. And some of them were like, hey, Billy, this isn't going to work. And he's like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Like, it's fine. Or like, everybody's dropping out. Like, we don't have the tents built. He's like, everything is fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, at that point, I think you see it through, right? You stay the course at that point.
I mean, yeah, I guess you do. But he just comes off like he doesn't even have a clue that anything's going to fail. Like, he comes off like he's too idiotic to realize there's a problem.
Like, he jumps on that table when everybody's like standing in line trying to get their room. He's like, it's fine. Like, just give us a little patience. It's like, oh, it's clearly not fine. And he like hopped on his four-wheeler and just rode off.
Yeah. I went away.
They were like, you could see hotels in the background from where they were. Like, everything about it was a disaster. I love it. I love how poorly that went. And I also love, here's how crazy everything that went down is people are still like, Fyre Festival could work.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Did
you see, there's a website and phone app, The Chive.
Mm-hmm.
Their April's Fool's joke was Firefest 2.
There's a chance that could still happen, and I swear people will go.
Oh, yeah, they will.
If they did Fyre Festival now and it was legit, people would go because they would want to show what it was supposed. I mean,
But you know what a genius marketer needs to do? The Firefest failure has blown up in epic proportions. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows it was an epic failure and what it was supposed to be. If they were to do a Firefest 2, they need to celebrate that failure. Tongue-in-cheek FEMA tents.
Yeah. Like you can get the actual
sandwiches.
Ones. Right. You can get the actual ones, or you could have the first Fire Festival experience if you want. We offer that as well. There's a stage over there that nobody plays on. Like you can check that one out.
That needs to be the Fire Festival too.
You could just tell all along the way, and I know they're telling. It's always easy to see when they're presenting it that way, but they're like, people are like, it costs millions of dollars to put on productions like this, like millions and millions and millions, and there's no experience for the people that are doing it. I'm like, oh yeah, this can't work. Like right off the bat, it can't work.
Right. You figured it out from the begining.
If they came to me and brought me $23 million and they're like, hey, can you put a whole festival on an island? I'd be like, sure. Yeah, I think so. I think I could do that. I don't know. It's not that I'm lying. I think I could probably do that. You know, I don't know how much anything, not one single thing cost.
Well, isn't that what they always tell you to do is when, never say you can't do something.
Yeah. Let me see what I can figure out. Yeah,
I don't know until you get in there.
I don't know how much Blink-182 costs, but let me just see what's up. Let me just see.
You know what's funny is the whole Blink-182 thing. I read an article about them and Firefest. The whole, the actual reason that they bailed had nothing to do with the fact that it was Firefest and didn't seem like it was going to work. There was some, I can't remember what it is exactly, but something else happened and they really weren't able to make the show.
Yeah, I read that too.
But it wasn't because they thought it was going to fail and all that shit. It was just because something else came up and they really couldn't do the festival anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, people thinking that you would be able to get accurate blood testing instantly. Like, you're right. That could change everything.
It could.
With one drop of blood and their tiny little vials that she used to hold up. And I don't feel bad for anyone that got burned in Fire Festival.
No.
Like people are like, oh, Ja Rule lost a bunch of money. I'm like, it's okay.
He's fine.
It's Ja Rule.
He's back into something else now. Some other fucking app shit.
The craziest part of all of it is that the Fyre app, the idea behind the original concept, was actually awesome.
Was actually great.
I'm a rich person and I want Drake to play at my birthday party. I can't get a hold of him. I could get on here, make him an offer, and he can accept it if he wants it. Like, that was genius.
Brilliant.
The shitty unnecessary festival was the problem. And I think Ja Rule's new thing is just the app. It's called Icon or something. But
Icon,
I think
it's the same idea though.
Yeah, so Icon Fest. Everything about it was like a 16-year-old came up with the whole idea, anyways, because it was like, we're gonna buy the island that used to be Pablo Escobar's.
Yeah,
like we're gonna build these luxury tents. They were. The original plan was just way over the top. We're going to have stages, all these awesome things. We're going to have the whole island. It's going to be a nonstop party. It's like, yeah, that sounds expensive and unnecessary. Like, you got a better shot of getting 100 people on an island with an airsoft.
That's like that. It's funny. On the PS Vita, I played that rock festival game.
Big Sky.
What is it?
It's like Big Sky something.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, I think that's the name of it. You keep talking, I'll find the name.
But you basically you create you build your stages and build your lighting to bring more people in. You build the food stands. You have to deal with the different troubles that people are having there. It was a really fun game. I really had a good time with it. But that's that could be like the Firefest game now. They missed their calling by a few years. They should have come out after Firefest. That's what they could have called it. I can't remember the name of it for my life. Are you close?
I think so. Hold on.
Maybe it's Big Sky something, but
no,
I don't.
Big Sky is a Vita game, but it's a twin stick shooter.
Okay, but that doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't sound
Big
familiar.
Fest.
Big Fest. Yes.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason I was thinking Big Sky Infinity was a twin stick shooter, but Big Sky.
Gotcha.
Big Fest.
Yeah, Big Fest. That was a fun game. I had a lot of fun with that game.
Rest in peace, Vita.
And I don't usually like those kinds of games, but that one was fun. And it had licensed music in it and stuff, so it was cool.
Yeah.
Licensed indie music, people you never heard of that help you to. I learned about some new bands that way, so it was cool. But the game itself was a lot of fun.
Check it out if you have a Vita. About $9 probably.
Firefest game.
What if it's just festival with a Y? Would that be close enough that you knew? You'd be like, I get it.
Festival?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it, though. I get what they're going for here.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I did immediately go on eBay and see what merch I could find from Fyre Festival, because the first thing I thought is I wanted an armband.
Too.
I wanted an armband just to shadow box.
It's just expensive.
Mm-hmm. That's all the weird talk we're going to do about that. We'll move on to the shout-outs. Remember, if you want to shout out, patreon.com/Gamestitch. Support us at the $10 tier over there, and we'll get you a shout-out each and every week, even if you don't supply one from us. I'll start with Thomas. Mudrunners 2 is announced.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get more footage soon. So Spintires Mudrunners 2, I'm super stoked about it. Thomas is stoked about it. Send me a picture that their Focus event, which Focus Interactive is the one that publishes it, as well as Farming Simulator. They have an event coming up. So Thomas sent me a picture from that. And it's got a sweet little step-side truck on there.
Yeah.
And I said, look at that pickup truck. And he said, little 83 step-side, bet that hoe gets stuck everywhere. So they were going to make that his shout-out of the week to the 83 step-side. Bet that hoe gets stuck everywhere. To which I responded, still looks good spinning. Because it's a good looking truck.
Spinning.
Yeah, it does. It's a good
lifted? Is it lifted?
Let me get you in here.
Let me see that.
I can't. Hold on. I don't have my camera. There we go.
I can see some of it. Let's see here. Oh, it's not even lifted, dude.
Yeah, look at that. Thing looks good. Going up that snowy bank.
Yeah, no, getting stuck everywhere. He's right. I second that shout out.
I like he called it a hoe.
A hoe. Yeah, that's...
Little 83 steps, I bet that hoe gets stuck everywhere.
It does.
Yeah, so that's
looks like a 2-wheel drive, too. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's fun. I'm excited about that. So that's Thomas's shout out. And then we need a shout out for Zach.
Yeah, I don't have a shout out for Zach.
Don't have a shout out for Zach. Let's put one together real quick.
I haven't heard from Zach.
Let's put one together. Zach sends great emails.
He does. I love his emails. He is an excellent talker. So an excellent writer.
Let's put a shout out together. Real time
shout out.
Let's think of a place. Let's think of a restaurant that he wants to give a shout out to.
A restaurant.
Now he's from California.
Uh-huh.
But I don't want to do anything too trendy. I want to stick it to a chain.
Just a chain?
I want to say chain restaurant. What do you think he likes? Burgers?
The big one out there is the In-N-Out burger, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's too on the nose, though. I want to do something a little less California, but still like, hey.
Chili's?
Chili's. Let's do a shout out to Chili's. So Zach's shout out this week is to Chili's. And here, I'll go a step further. It's to the bacon chicken quesadilla at Chili's.
See, I like the Southwestern nachos.
Southwestern egg rolls are good. The Big Mouth burgers.
The Big Mouth burgers, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The baby back ribs.
I'd see, no.
They're known for their baby back ribs at the Chili's.
Okay, I don't know why. Their ribs suck.
I don't know if I've ever, in fairness, had a rib from Chili's. I just know that the commercials used to be all baby back.
That wasn't it Justin JT and the BB Boys? Or Backstreet Boys? Was he in sync? He was in sync.
It's just two different groups right there.
Yeah. The JT, I can't keep them all together.
There's really only two you need to know about.
Didn't they do a commercial for them?
Oh, I don't know.
I want my baby back. Didn't they sing that in a commercial?
Times were tough if they did.
Why don't you look that up?
Okay.
I think it was right at the beginning of their career. Look up Justin Timberlake.
You think it's
Chili's.
Justin Timberlake?
Maybe it was just him. I'm pretty sure it was one of them. Maybe it was just two of the unknowns.
This is Joey Fatone.
Yeah, it could be Joey or who's the other one? Lance, wasn't he in?
Lance, yeah.
Lance Bass, however you say it.
Bass, it's definitely Bass. Lance Bass is too on the nose. I do want to give you a little backstory. Chili's Bar and Grill is an American casual dining chain. The company was founded by Larry Levine in Texas in 1975 and is currently owned and operated by Brinker International. They currently have 1,606 locations as of 2017.
Nice.
So now let me get you the other information.
Honestly, I'm not a Chili's fan. It's probably my least favorite chain.
Well, Zach loves it, so that's what's the matter.
Zach does love it. That's what matters is his shout out. I understand that. But I'm just... Why I'm killing time while you're looking up information.
I think it was in sync, and I think I found it.
I told you.
I think I found it. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, it's super serious. They're on a beach.
Yeah.
I gave you a little bit of that audio. Don't ban us, YouTube.
I don't think they will.
There's a helicopter coming to rescue them, but what they're singing about is getting their baby back, but they're talking about their baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good shout out, Zach. Strong shout out to Chili's. I like Chili's.
I'm not like I said, it's my least favorite chain.
I like their skillet queso.
I am least favorite.
But it's no, at least there are many things more shitty than Chili's. Well, like Applebee's.
It's my least favorite. No, I don't mind Applebee's. I prefer Applebee's to Chili's.
I'd rather get punched in the cock than eat at Applebee's.
I got a question. What's your... Applebee's probably my second least favorite, but it's like Chili's is the bottom. What is your favorite? Favorite of the chains. Sit-down restaurant chains.
I think Longhorn is good.
Uh-huh.
And sort of affordable. I don't know. I don't...
Never thought about it before, have you?
Well, I like a lot of them. Like I like Olive Garden once every 6 months.
The only reason I ever go to Olive Garden is for endless breadsticks and salad.
Yeah, so like I like them every 6 months, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. I like Fridays.
The Tiggifs? You like the Tiggifs?
Yeah, they always have I like their potato skins and their Jack Daniels, steaks or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're good. Sometimes I like Old Charlie's on Free Pie Wednesday. Yeah,
see, we don't have Old Charlie's.
I love Rafferty's, which I know you also don't have, but it's chained up.
Yeah, Rafferty's is good.
I like a lot of those things. I don't love Outback. I do like a Bloomin' Onion though.
See, I like Outback is actually the only place I will eat a steak outside of my own house.
Yeah, I'm not that picky with my steaks, but I will destroy a Bloomin' Onion.
I will also destroy the Alice Springs chicken.
Yeah, I've never had that there. Is it good?
Oh, it's fucking delicious.
Does it have mushrooms on it, though?
Yeah.
Mushrooms,
you don't have to get them. I used to get them without the mushrooms, but since I've grown older and matured, my taste has changed, so I don't mind. I like mushrooms now.
Yeah. So Now, while we're talking about restaurants, I do want to give an honorable mention for these places like Hooters and Tilted Kilt and Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
The gimmick's a little old. Like you need to get some good food.
Yeah.
So I would definitely put those down there with Applebee's and definitely Chili's above those.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't even counting them when I called it.
There's one called Toots.
Toots? I have never been to Toots. I've heard of the other three. I've never heard of Toots.
There's one called Toots. There's a dude one where there's dudes that are dressed barely.
What's it called?
I forget the name of it, but they got their banana hammocks on, I think.
So it's like barely there.
I don't know. Stiffies, I don't know. I don't want to eat at any of those places because the food isn't good.
Right. The food is not good at Hooters. I've never eaten at Twin Peaks. I don't know. Tilted Kilt's food is not good.
Yeah, the problem I have, it's like you're leaning a little too hard into the gimmick. I don't mind the gimmick. I like a good gimmick.
Yeah.
But have good food.
You've got to have something to go along with it. It's kind of like why the Nintendo Virtual Boy failed, because it was all gimmick, no substance.
Like, Five Guys is great. Would it be better if everybody was barely dressed? Maybe. But I go for the fucking food.
But they make a great fucking burger.
Right. So I'm fine with them wearing an apron and a polo.
That's why, like me and my wife, we talk about all the time. You know what we really like? We like hole-in-the-wall diners.
Oh, yeah, that's the best.
Because even if you get the same thing at each one, and you know that they both just pretty much came out of a fucking freezer, they both all put their own little spin on it some way, and it doesn't taste the same as it did at the last fucking shitty-ass diner you ate at.
I love corned beef hash.
Yep.
Like a lot.
We got a good place here.
So I went to Rudy's in
Rudy's
Clarksville.
Diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched Rudy open a can, the same brand that I use, and throw it on a flat top. And it was the best corned beef hash I've ever eaten in my life. Yep. Same can, same brand. Right out. I watched him open the can. Nothing fancy here.
Nope.
It was the best.
Yeah, it's good.
He also serves.
That's why a lot of people like Waffle House.
Yeah.
For the same reason.
He serves a burger. It's on Texas toast.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts the burger on there. He puts egg on there. He puts bacon on there, and then he drizzles maple syrup on top of it, and then smashes the bread down in there.
Nice.
It is heaven.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's not just like a good burger with an egg on it. Like, it's amazing. Like, you could lick the plate when you're done.
It sounds like it.
There is
fried
something,
egg, obviously.
Yeah, there is something special about those places.
Yeah, those diners are good. We got a real good one here. It's just called the Elba Diner. Man, that's my go-to place.
Yeah. Shout out to diners.
What's nice is I can go, like, even on a Saturday, I can go there, and they do their prime rib for $17.99. Mm-hmm. This is a diner. It's a hole-in-the-wall diner. They do a prime rib special on Saturdays, and it is good prime rib. I don't have to go pay $32 for it.
Yeah. Shout out to diners, and shout out to Chili's. Mud Runners and Chili's. That is a strong week for shout-outs.
Mud Runners and Chili's. There we go.
Yeah, strong week.
You know what that sounds like?
Sounds Southern, I'll tell you that much.
It sounds like a title.
Spintires, Mud Runners, and Chili's. Spintires and Chili's?
Spintires and Chili's. That sounds like a title to me.
That sounds like 326 to you. That's what that sounds like. That's going to do it for us. Remember, you can follow us on social media. I am at Podcast Ryan. Dan is at Shirtless Dan. And Gerald, who couldn't be here today because he's on assignment, is at Hoffman Show.
Back to that, huh?
He's hunting them ghosts.
I got like trained to be a ghostbuster.
I got like chills. I felt like a cold. I felt the cold too. It's a fucking fan.
Must be a ghost.
There's a fan right there. I could see the fan.
Or it's a fucking draft.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the wall, maybe.
Yeah. Sometimes at night,
poor insulation.
When my unit cuts on to blow heat, it blows cold first till it heats up.
Yep.
Never once have I thought ghost.
Nope.
I hope that heats up soon.
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I thought ghost, actually.
Mm-mm. No, I've never thought that.
I've always been in a situation where there's a rational explanation for whatever's happened.
Now, I don't have a problem with people that believe it, though.
Me either.
I just want to be clear that I don't.
Yeah. I can honestly say I don't know if I do or don't. I don't have an opinion either way because I don't have evidence either way.
I definitely have an opinion, and I don't want stories. Please don't write in. Please don't tell me about the time you saw the ghost.
At Podcast Ryan.
Please don't do any of those things.
At Podcast Ryan. Tell all your stories to at Podcast Ryan if you've seen a ghost.
You didn't, and I want to be clear on that.
Do it.
And I will tell you that you didn't. So just keep those experiences to yourself and enjoy them. Here's the thing. I love Gerald. I've been friends with Gerald for years. Gerald super believes in all that stuff.
Yes. And
we will have lunch together, and I'm like, yeah, none of that happened. And he's like, it did, though. I saw it. I'm like, I believe that you think you did. and I love Gerald, and I still won't let him. I won't just let it be because you didn't see a ghost.
Okay, my name's Ryan, and I don't believe in any of that stuff.
Right.
Change my mind at Podcast Ryan.
Do not change my mind on this because it's not going to happen. Don't waste my time is what that should say.
I hope you get lit up.
No, I won't. It's fine. I'll just delete them. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the supporters. Thanks for the ones who don't support us financially but support us verbally with their mouth hole and let other people know about this lovely little production we put on each week.
And audibly for just listening.
Yep. Thanks for lending us your ears. Let us slide up in those ears once a week. Like Ja Rule used to do back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, Ja Rule.
Shout out to Ja Rule. Here he's on hard times.
Yeah.
He's fine. He got that.
Yeah, he probably bounced back the best out from all of that.
Yeah, because no one had talked about him in 15 years before that.
Right.
If anything, it was phenomenal for him. So, yeah, shout out to him. That's going to do it for us. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Good night.
Good night.